The Washington Wizards select John Wall.
Wall drives up under the basket and John Wall scores! Oh my! John Wall! John Wall with the NBA's 2015-2016 season-long NBA Cares Community Assist Award. Gives it to Wall. Clock moves, 6 seconds. Wall well beyond the arc for three. It's there! Oh, it's there! Oh, it's there! What a shot!
All right, John, let's talk basketball, something I know you know something about.
For sure.
Basketball in the DMV, you also know something about. What is it about this area and this part of the country where so many talented athletes make it their basketball home as well as their
Well, I think for one, there's a lot of great talent that came out here, great history of basketball, but I think you have great schools. I think that's the most important thing. A lot of these schools have a great foundation of what their basketball is about. We have so much talent, and, you know, a lot of people, they like go to these prep schools and try to leave where they're from. In the DMV, you can stay here and still get that exposure. You know, they have big, like, high school tournaments, one of them coming up soon.
Yeah.
All these teams want to come in and play, so I think that's what makes it spectacular.
You hear people say there's got to be something in the water. It's cliche, it's fun, but is there something else that really contributes to there being so many athletically gifted? The coaching pedigree here as well. All of these are in one spot.
I think just it's a big site. DMV is so big, you can go anywhere you want, but I think the most important thing is about is it's kind of like you get the outside, you can go outside and play in these other different regs. You know, you have Berry Farms, you can play it.
Yeah, buddy.
So you get that toughness to understanding what that composure is, and you don't bring your name, you bring your game. So that's how you figure it out there. But then you get the thing where you got a lot of great trainers here, a lot of great people that play basketball, and they feed back, you know what I mean? All the AAU programs, all the high schools you got. And I think that's what the pedigree is built off of.
I love it, creating a great universe for basketball. What was that you said? Don't bring your what?
Don't bring your name, bring your game.
The hoops talent in the DMV clearly runs deep, and the same can be said for the girls' game as well. Look no further than the Mystics' own Shakira Austin. Shakira reigns from Riverdale Baptist High School in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. She spent time at both University of Maryland and Ole Miss during her college career before the Mystics drafted Austin 3rd overall in the 2022 WNBA draft. She's been a walking bucket in the district ever since, finishing 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting in 2022, averaging 10-plus points per game in each of the last 3 seasons, culminating in a career high of 12.7 points per game in 2025. Shakira started in the DMV, is back in the DMV, and certainly appreciates the hoops culture in her own backyard.
Have you ever sat back and reflected on how special the DMV is when it comes to high school hoops basketball culture that they have?
Yeah.
What makes it so different?
Just our fight and how competitive we are. I think it stands out a little bit with how we talk, how we communicate on the court. You know, a lot of trash talk, a lot of growing up playing against boys, and just traveling even up to like New York and New Jersey. I would say they're a close second when it comes to, you know, the best hoopers. But just the style of play too. Like we go out there, we have a little bit of swag to us. We like to be creative and we like to put on a show. And I think that's really what DMV represents. There's rarely, you know, a lot of cases where you can get drafted back to your hometown and specifically where you grew up playing, you know, from high school to AAU travel ball, college, and now as a pro. It's definitely like a full circle moment. And I just try to bring that energy and that, you know, character on the court every year. You know, I hate going out there and it's, you know, boring or, you know, low energy. Nobody's talking trash. Like, I just love to be the person to put a spark and just bring that energy and just represent us.
So is that energy that you bring, is that the DMV hoops culture energy?
For sure, yeah. I think I embody it for sure.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dematha Catholic High School inside the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium. Basketball Day in the DMV is presented to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Washington Wizards. Basketball Day in the DMV, our final game of the day, and the hosts, Dematha Stags, welcoming their friends from St Benedict's, the Gray Bees, as we
wrap up the exciting day here. George Wallace, Christy Winters, Scott, getting you set for basketball here at Dematha.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
Every time. I always think I'm listening to
Welcome inside, everybody. It's George Wallace, Christy Winters, Scott. Basketball day in the DMV wrapping up here this afternoon. We've seen an exciting day of basketball. And Christy, we got the host of Dematha welcoming their friends from St Benedict. This should be some fun.
I can't wait for it. I mean, it's already been such a tremendous day of representation by the DMV squads, and this is going to be another opportunity for that.
And we know Dematha likes to put on a show. They played last night. We had a chance to talk to St. Benedict's and Coach Chris the other day, and they are kind of getting used to his style, as he mentioned. They're still learning how to get to play basketball, but he told us about a guy, Terrence Jamison, that we're going to watch today, and we should be in for a treat.
Well, he said that he was his consummate leader of the group, and not necessarily with his vocality, but with his ability to be an example of winning plays and how that is palpable for the rest of the team and how that trickles through everyone.
And we've had a full day of action so far here today, as this is our final broadcast of the day, as we get you set for Dematha and St. Benedict. Take a look at some of the scores today. You just got to watch a good one right before, too.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, just look what the DMV teams have been able to do to one another, but also to teams outside of the area. This is another opportunity for this Dematha squad to represent for the DMV. Something in the water here for sure.
All right, let's take a look here as we get set for tip-off. There's Terrence Jamison, the team captain, as we heard from Coach before. As he goes, this team goes.
Yeah, no question about it. He's the motor, and he has second and third effort plays that really force his teammates to do the same. So he's the energy giver, drives the energy bus for the squad.
And for Dematha, as they get their intro their starting lineups, and we're going to take a look at Ashton Meeks had 40 points last night against Good Counsel. I can't wait to watch that play.
Well, hopefully he has some recovery and some electrolytes, and he's able to turn that engine back on and get it done again, because they're going to need that.
All right, getting set to go here. Tip-off from Dematha. Sit back, relax, enjoy. As the host of Dematha Stags and the St. Benedict's Gray Bees. The referee's got the ball. It's in the air, and we are underway. Dematha will control first. Donovan Wright gives it off to Meeks. And Dematha against Benedict, trying to get it inside. That ball is knocked out of bounds, trying to get to James Schultz, but that'll stay Dematha ball.
nice and loose on defense. That makes you really tough to find, right? If you're an offensive player, you want to get contact, but if you're sliding around back there, it's tough to create that seal that you need to catch it.
St. Benedict's and Coach Simpson changing up his lineup a little bit today. Jack Liz, Daniel Hinkoff getting the start today. Jack Liz also along with Aruna Koulibaly for Dematha and head coach Jones, Ace Meeks, Jaden Schultz, Jared Jeffers, Donovan Wright, and Daniel Bass. And we are underway scoreless, just getting going here. As shot from the corner, Donovan Wright drains the first 3 of the game, and Dematha out to a 3-0 lead.
And that's the pace of play that Dematha wants to play with. They want to score within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. They want 1 or 2 passes in there, lifting that thing, and that triple was pure.
And now the aggressive trap out high, no doubt, on Jack Liz. He's got nowhere to go. You can see the aggressive defense already from Dematha. And a 3 from the top of the corner from Hinkoff doesn't go. Loose ball underneath. Offensive rebound. He stepped out of bounds. It'll be Dematha basketball. You can just tell that pressure right away as soon as he crosses half court.
Yeah, and that's why you have to keep the basketball in the middle third of the floor because of how solid the defense is. And here's the last play. Offensive rebound there in St. Benedict's, but that left foot just grazed the sideline. I'm sorry, the baseline, and it was out of bounds.
And that's Terrence Jamison. We're going to call his number a lot today as the motor, as Coach Simpson liked to call him. 3-0 Dematha with the lead. Jaden with the ball now on the right side. Is right. As they work it around against the man-to-man. Screen as Meeks comes up top. Long 3 from him. Drains it from the top of the key. 6-0 Dematha. It makes it look so easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it was all of the passes prior to the pass to the shot that made that play work. They executed like a well-oiled machine in terms of their spacing and one more passing ability. Selfless.
Jack Liz loses it. Ball's out of bounds. You talk about the ease on the offensive side of the ball movement from Dematha.
Yeah, they got great screening action there to clear that shot from the top of the key. But it was 3 or 4 plays before that within that play that created that opportunity. You have to execute the screens. The defense didn't read them properly and didn't have a chance to contest it.
Jamison trying to make something happen. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Goes in with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Daniel underneath. Off to Meeks. And Dematha looks to run. Up 6-0.
Ooh, I thought he traveled right there.
Looked like he did too. Ball inside. No call. Daniel Bass gets the layup, and it's 8-0.
Now quick attacks. Straight line drives to the rim for Dematha.
Trying to get back quickly the other way. Touchdown pass. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound underneath by Jeffers. He goes up. He's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Ball doesn't touch the floor.
Let me tell you something about the energy that Dematha has just unleashed early on and often in this game.
That's a touchdown pass.
That was a touchdown pass straight up the floor. And the basketball moves faster than your feet can sometimes, and those push-ahead passes so tough to guard, especially when you're attacking the cup that way.
Well, let's say hello to our 3rd member of our broadcast crew today, Tyler Byron, with some early thoughts on the action. Tyler, good evening.
Good evening, George. Good evening, Christy. Yeah, when you hear about Dematha basketball, all you can think about is the standard that late coach Morgan Wooten set for this program all these decades ago. And as the years have gone on, you continue to see that standard in place as Dematha remains at the top of the boys basketball world. For St. Benedict's and first-year head coach Chris Simpson, they're trying to establish their own standard and their identity as they try and move forward here in D.C. and build back the program to what it was all those years ago. Back to you, George.
All right, Tyler, and yeah, we talked to Coach Simpson, Christy, and he was talking about how he's trying to put his stamp on the program. His first year, he was just hired, but he learned from one of the best, Dan Hurley at St. Benedict's.
Yeah, no question about it.
Manager there.
Yeah, he was a manager. He was class of 2010, so a lot of pride for him on an individual front, but I had my head on a swivel looking for my shoes after we were talking to him, because I was like, wow, he really loves the game, and he loves what the game represents, so you have to understand that about him, number one, but his pride is palpable for sure.
No doubt. A turnover by Dematha quickly the other way, and trailing in transition, unable to get back.
Let's take a look at that last sequence.
Hinkoff will go to the line.
Push ahead pass right there, and they're just tied up. Across the arm, though, and that infraction will amount to 2 free throws here.
Hinkoff, the 6'6" junior. And it's also interesting what Coach Simpson was saying. A lot of guys European players
Right.
are trying to get used to the game as well.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think Daniel Hickhoff is one of them.
right. I mean, I played overseas, and I know it took me a while to get acclimated, and not necessarily only on the tactical side, but also with the language barrier, the culture barrier, all the things that you're trying to just get adjusted to. So, you know, to be a student athlete, you know, I was over there after I was out of school, so I didn't have to adjust to that part also, but they have players who have to do all the things.
And he also mentioned you've got to get used to the way the officials
Absolutely.
in games too.
Absolutely.
Two free throws good. Dematha controls 9-2. A little aggressive pressure now from St. Benedict. Meeks on the left side looking for a screen. Slips it. Meeks step back. Foot on the line. That's going to be a tough shot. Tough shot by Meeks.
Oh my goodness. Sorry for that elbow to your shoulder on that one, because, oh my gosh, the level of creativity to create the space necessary to lift and flick that one, tough.
MJ Posto in the game for St. Benedict. Turn it over into the hands of Meeks. Looking to push. Leaves it. Turns it over. Nice hustle back defense. That's why you always trail on defense, right?
Yeah, you don't give up on plays.
Jack Liz controls for Benedict. Nice bounce pass underneath. Go up, under. Tough shot underneath as well. And it was Sanko with the bucket, as he has just checked in the game as well. 11-4. Dematha with the lead.
Yeah, there's no way he saw the basket on that one. He was completely underneath the cup.
Meeks forced shot in front of the St. Benedict's bench. Why not? The way he's been shooting, I'm okay with him shooting that. Trailing, rebound to Jeffers. Can't get the dunk to go. Jamison controls now. Quickly out to Liz for St. Benedict's. Looking for a lob. Oh, he didn't travel. Comes underneath.
He slid his toe.
He slid. All right, into the hands of Wright. Here comes Dematha. 1-on-3. Wright turns it over. Now we're going up and down. Meeks unable to get back on the defensive end, was he? On the offensive end, I should say. As Jack Liz comes down and drains the three. Daniel Hickhoff, drains the three, and it's 11-7 Dematha. Up and down we go.
Yeah, a much-needed bucket right there to give some leverage for St. Benedict. Coach Simpson right in front of us, imploring his team to lock in on the defensive side and get another live ball opportunity.
Daniel at the free throw line, out to Meeks. Thought he was going to shoot that from way outside the left hand. Nice defense. Back out to about takes the three. That's front rim. No. Great box out underneath.
Had to.
On Jeffers. Now MJ. Shake and bake pull up from three. Far side rim. No.
Goodness.
Nice move though. Created his own shot.
Oh my goodness. Woo, side stepper.
St. Benedict has settled down here after a rough first couple of minutes. That's all it takes, right? Jaden, he'll pull up baseline jumper is good. 13-7 Dematha creating his shot as well.
Yeah, super tough, and he had a little head swivel of his own to the bench of St. Benedict's. Like, that's a tough one to stop, buddies. And it certainly was that.
Jack Liz working on right now, out for a long three. That doesn't go. Tried to save it underneath was Donovan Wright. It's out of bounds. He's going to say St. Benedict's ball.
St. Benedict's picking up the energy, attack mode mentality necessary to get back in this game on Dematha's home turf. And they have done it with defense to get back in this one. They sat on 2 points for a long time there, George, and they were able to get on the board because of their defense and attack of the painted area.
Fadeaway jumper from Hinkov. That doesn't fall. Jeffers with the rebound out to Meeks. And that's one of those situations, right? You come into a building like this, it just takes a couple minutes to settle down.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And once you feel things out, you see where your attack points can be. Now you can execute.
Meeks working on Liz, 13 to shoot. Calling for a screen. That gives it out to Jaden Smothers, who has checked in the game. Back out to Meeks. Behind his back. Loose ball on the far side. It stays in. Ball bodies on the floor. Into the hands of Schultz, and he throws it down.
Oh my. What a sequence of events right there.
Behind the back pass, loose ball out of bounds. You always stay with it. You always play to the whistle.
Insane.
Cutting Jamison, that shot is blocked. They got to get him going. They're going to call goaltend on that. Wants it for sure.
That was goaltending.
Quickly back to Meeks. Double team, now throws it out high to Smothers. He keeps it. Now back to Meeks. Kicks it far side. Jaden will take the three. That's back rim. No. Loose ball underneath. Out of bounds. St. Benedict's ball. Here's the save.
Look at this. Between the legs. Come get it, somebody. Oh, my goodness. Scramble for it. Still in bounds. And then boom. Of hard. Let's see if it was a goaltend. And hit the backboard.
It did hit the backboard. It may have been on the way down.
Oh,
Coach Simpson may have an argument there.
that's a toughie.
Oh, there's a nice, he splits the defense, does Liz, throws up the air ball, but he split that trap. Maybe rushed that shot a little bit. They get it back. Liz, loose ball now. Underneath, picked up by Daniel Bass for Dematha. With the push. Up on the right side. 3 in front of the bench. That doesn't go. Loose ball underneath. Foul going up. It's going to be on Jack Liz. And Daniel Hinkle's coming over. Got hit a little bit, wants a sub.
Seems to be
That's going to check. Let's see where he got hit here.
Let's take a look. Shot going up. Definitely tagged on the arm.
Definitely Liz fouls him for sure. That'll send Jordan Stevens to the line.
Yeah, Hinkle is grimacing, not sure exactly what happened to him. Seems to be struggling with something, trying to shake it off.
Limp a little bit coming off.
Limping.
Hinkle from Bulgaria.
Right. One thing you can't do against this Dematha team is over dribble. They are counting on you to put it down so you can be directed to the sidelines or into traps. You got to get off the ball and move it quickly against this team and against this pressure. Here's their 2-2-1. Another deflection.
Loose midcourt bodies all over the floor, and they're getting a nice call. Timeout by head coach Chris Simpson. But there's that. You talk about picking up the dribble, and they're just all over you.
Yeah, that's why you can't put it down too much. But look at this.
I mean, look at the length from Jaden Smothers there.
Right in the middle of the floor. That's where you want to put the basketball against that 2-2-1 pressure. But you got to come and meet those passes. You can't stand there against this ravenous defensive team. They're bringing that energy, and they're having all those disruptions with those deflections.
They always teach you to come to the ball, right?
Yeah, come to the basketball. Especially the passer wants you to come to the basketball because that's the passer's turnover if you don't. So come and meet the passes and stop over dribbling. I'm sure that was discussed in the huddle as well.
I love the energy though from Chris Simpson's squad here after they settle down a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're trying to just get a feel for the rhythm of the game and what they need to do to kind of thwart this defensive swarming energy that they're seeing from the home team here in Dematha.
And Dematha played last night too, so.
Right. They don't look like it.
No, they
say
don't.
that. It's early, but they look fresh.
St. Benedict's ball trailing 15-7. About 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. MJ at the top will back it out as Jaden Schultz on him. Running a little half-court offense now. We haven't seen much half-court so far. Shot clock violation by Dematha. There's the defense. We've seen them speed up a lot. That was kind of one of the first time we've really seen a set, half-court set.
And didn't even get a shot off in it, though.
Get a shot off. All right, 15 seconds. Where do you think the ball's going here? Meeks
in the paint.
Between his legs.
They're going to get a paint attack, or they're trying to get one. A little pin down. And then a ball screen.
Kept by Hilario. Now Meeks around it. 2 seconds to shoot in the corner. Meeks forces it up. That doesn't go. Good defensive possession here for St. Benedict as the quarter comes to an end.
Yeah.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Good job by St. Benedict not to allow the paint touch with the basketball in 2 feet for Dematha, and they had to settle for an outside shot.
All right, let's take a look so far on Meeks' evening so far for Dematha. He came out shooting, we know that, and he's not afraid to shoot from anywhere, is he?
Yeah, that's a deep water triple. And this is why he's so good. It's his defensive anticipation off the basketball as well. And the whirling dervish creating space. That's just tough in the mid-range right there. Oh, a contested midi after spinning around, stopping on a dime and pulling. Not an easy shot to make whatsoever, but he has been able to do all things well for Dematha here at home.
Had 40 points last night for Dematha as they took on Good Counsel, and he's come out shooting right now. And there's Coach Jones in the huddle. Has to be pleased with his energy so far, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
His team's energy.
It came out of the gates like a cannon in terms of execution, and their defense has really been stifling, and something that I'm sure St. Benedict is discussing right now in their huddle as we are about to start the second quarter. But I just think that he has to be proud of how they've been able to execute and also how they've attacked the glass as well.
Before we get to the second quarter, let's head over to Tyler. He's got more on the home team.
Yeah, the gap between WCAC championships for Dematha has extended to 4 last season, the second longest streak in team history. And for those who aren't familiar with Dematha, they are the winningest program in WCAC history with 31 titles. Now, some could say that the standard's taken a step back, but I'd say that this is a direct sign of the breadth and the teams and players that are across the region now in DC.
I 100% agree with that.
1,000, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you've seen this area with the players and the amount of talent. There's no doubt about it. And it just makes you step up your game. Nice block. Underneath by Jeffers. Pushing back the other way is Dematha. And a hustle play getting back on defense for Nazil Hilario for St. Benedict's.
Had to do it. You got to get on your horse and get down the floor. Because this Dematha team, after a line ball stop with that big block inside, you want to push ahead and really test your fortitude and your defensive transition discipline.
And Christy, we talk about the swarming defense of Dematha. St. Benedict is just 2 of 11 in that first quarter, shooting 18%. And I would say out of those 11 shots, 8 had to be really contested, right?
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, they forced 6 turnovers in that first quarter alone, and that's big time stuff. A lot of those were live ball opportunities where they can push tempo exactly how they like.
Jared Jeffers, the 6'9 junior, will go to the line. His first year at Dematha, averaging 7 points a game, 5 boards, free throw good.
Soft touch, soft hands on that flick of the wrist from the line as well. So you'd love to see big fellas out there getting block shots, but then get to the line and shoot it softly.
That's a great touch.
Yeah, not too bad on that one. But still, it was still a soft touch. It hit the rim a couple times.
That didn't change. Yeah, we're not taking the blame for that. And look at his length on defense, too.
Yeah, just
trying to disrupt shots. Deep 3, back rim, no. Forcing him to shoot that 3, and Daniel with the rebound. Off to Meeks. Good defensive possession there for Dematha. And pressure on Meeks. It's been pretty good. Jalen Ortiz in the game for Dematha now. Head coach Jones leading 16-7. 7 minutes to go. Pull up baseline jumper. No, but Meeks is fouled on the arm. Coach Simpson doesn't like it. But he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Meeks shot over 2 players with high hands trying to contest his shot right there in the dunker's spot, but got a piece of the body. Not a lot of contact.
But just look at the elevation on the shot.
Yeah, no, that's a difference maker for him.
Free throw is good, averaging over 21 points a game. Here's Meeks, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal. And as he goes, Dematha goes, no doubt about it.
Oh, for sure. But he kind of reminds me of Kyrie Irving because of his ability to dribble the basketball and get to his sweet spots, but also the elevation on his shot. 2-2-1 here by Dematha defensively. Just trying to contain, no traps out of it.
A lot of pressure by Dematha as St. Benedict's with this possession. We're going to send it over to Tyler, though. Tyler's got a special guest. Tyler. We'll get back to Tyler. I think Tyler's watching the game.
As he should be.
As he should be, that's right.
A good one.
MJ crossover, top of the key, pull up 3, no. Loose ball rebound underneath by Daniel. I think Tyler's ready for us now with he's going to have a special guest. Ball's out of bounds. It's going to be Dematha basketball. Oh, we got an offensive foul.
Yep.
Terrence Jamison with the offensive foul. Substitutions now for Coach Jones.
Factor he has been on the offensive end, just able to catch in that triple. Especially when there's momentum being created now by St. Benedict.
Definitely. Liz now to the left side. 3 from Hinkoff is good. As he shook off whatever was bothering him in that early in the second quarter.
Yeah, he's just a shot maker from range. Catches it in rhythm and quick release on that 3.
Schultz now 18 to shoot as we're under a minute to go, and Meeks goes down. As obviously concerned. He's got the wind knocked out of him a little. He's looking towards the St. Benedict bench. He's not happy.
Not happy with the contact there applied by St. Benedict.
Deep breath. Trainer's out to talk to him.
Yeah, you don't want to poke the bear when it comes to competitors like that.
Do not He's up and walking off. And Coach Jones also asking for an explanation.
And he asked if we had that on a replay. So, yeah,
I believe he's got to come out of the game.
some extracurricular contact there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got to come out since he was on the ground like that, and there was a stoppage of play.
Jalen Ortiz will come back in. Final 18.5 seconds here. First half. 35-19. Dematha with the lead. About a 3-second differential. The game and shot clock. Here comes Jalen Ortiz. Trying to get it to Daniel out high. Nice little position there, drawing the foul. Draws the foul on Daniel Hinkoff. 12 to shoot. Let's see if he gets. He's going to get Meeks back in. No, he's going to go to the free throw line. First free throw back. And we apologize for those technical difficulties earlier in the second quarter, but we're back with you. 35-19. 35-19. Dematha with the lead. And the putback slam. They're going to call it off. Oh my goodness. 11.6 to go in this half, and Dematha thought they added a 2 there, but let's see what the call is. Was this one on the rim?
Yeah. Let's run that back and take a look. And that was just a ferocious dunk.
They're going to shoot one. It's a violation on St Benedict, so they're going to shoot another. 35-19. Dematha leads. 11.6 to go here in the half. And Daniel Bass will shoot a free throw after the violation. Coach Simpson can't believe it. Oh, now they're trying to get set there too. He just can't move off the line.
No, you can't do that.
They get you every time. Let's see if he makes this one count. Back, no. Oh, loose ball, bodies on the floor again. Bodies at center court. Ball is saved and now back into the hands of Jeffers. He tries to throw it down. He does not complete the dunk, but he is fouled and will shoot 2.
He took off from right inside the painted area and almost just tore the screws out of the rim.
He wanted to make that one count.
Sometimes missed dunks are pretty fascinating as
100%,
well.
absolutely.
My gosh.
So the 6'9" junior at the free throw line. Another soft touch.
Yeah, I love it.
Huh?
Yeah. No, I love the flick of the wrist.
He looks back at his coach. 3.9 to go. Coach Jones making sure the defense is set here. You don't want to give up something long. Second free throw in and out. Offensive rebound underneath and a foul call. Unbelievable position from Daniel underneath to draw the foul. That's a heck of a box out.
I was. I mean, you have to leverage yourself, especially when you have inside position like St. Benedict does. You can't step straight into the paint. You have to come into the paint at an angle and get your body situated there.
And how do you go up against a guy like that so you don't, and Coach Simpson wants it over the back? That's not over the back. That's just, he just grabbed the ball.
But that's why you can't go straight into the lane.
Sure.
You got to have an angle at it and step up into your opponent. Have a better chance there to get that call.
Second free throw, no. 1 second to go into the hands of Wright, but he can't get it to go in the half. Right into his hands on the offensive rebound. Had a chance to put him up 20, but I'm sure Dematha will take it. 37-19 at the break.
Yeah, that was just a microcosm of how this entire first half went for St. Benedict's. Just, oh no, moments that they have had. But I will say that Dematha's defense has been creating every single opportunity that they have had on offense to create this lead.
After a 15-7 lead at the end of one, it's 37-19 here at the break. And I think they turned up the pressure a little bit there in the second half. I think we're going to get Coach Jones in a second, as he's got to be happy with his 37-19 lead at the break, turning up that pressure in the second quarter for sure. And Coach Simpson have to kind of get his guys, calm them down a little bit right at the half. After they weathered that initial storm from Dematha, they calmed down, cut it to 8 at the end of one, but then this pressure, They sped them up in that second quarter.
They did, but St. Benedict's made a run of their own.
Yeah.
And trying to create some offense for themselves.
And hopefully we'll get an update on Meeks as well. Hopefully he is okay after going down. Maybe just knocked the wind out of him a little bit at the end of that second quarter there in that little scrum. He was not happy there. As we take a look at some stats here at the half, as Dematha leads at 35-19. Hitting those 5 threes, out rebounding St. Benedict 16-12. Point paints, look at that point paints, not bad, almost even.
Yeah, and that's where they've been attacking, right? And it's the rebounds, but it's also been the balance of the inside-out presence for Dematha, and they've been able to create the turnovers and the live ball opportunities with their pressure, and not just full court, but in the quarter court as well.
All right, I think Tyler's ready with Coach Jones here at the break. Tyler.
Thanks, guys. Coach, an intense physical first half. How do you feel like you guys handled that?
I felt like we handled the adversity well. It's just us getting acclimated to the physicality of the game. But I felt like on the defensive end, we did a great job of being visible, vocal, and vigilant. And we just got to continue that in the second half.
You guys are really able to attack the rim, especially in the second quarter. How has that been able to help you guys in your offense?
Yeah, during our walkthrough, there was an emphasis we put on just attacking the basket, being relentless, playing off 2 feet. And I feel like we did. Ace got off to a good start, our leader, knocking down a couple threes to kind of spread open the defense, and then we were able to attack by Danny and Jared.
Last update. Do you have an update on Ace?
Yeah, he's fine. He just got his wind knocked out. He was going through the lane, got caught up with the elbow, but he'll be fine. He's a warrior. He'll be all right.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. George?
All right, Tyler, and that's good news, Christy, that Ace is okay. Kind of figured he had his wind knocked out of him. There's Coach Jones. Dematha with a 37-19 lead here at the half. Halftime festivities from Dematha coming up on the other side of this break. Welcome back to Dematha Catholic High School inside the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium. Halftime festivities 37-19. Dematha with the lead over St. Benedict. George Wallace, Christy Winter, Scott, and Christy. We saw that first half a slow start for St. Benedict's, but they weathered the storm.
They did.
And then Dematha kind of turned up the pressure a little bit in that second quarter. I think that's what Coach Jones liked to see. They have to get used to the game. I mean, they had to get into their rhythm as well.
Absolutely. And when you have a team like Dematha, who is long and lanky, and they have fantastic smarts in terms of their discipline on the defensive side, they have been so disruptive with their defensive energy. They had forced 9 turnovers in the first half alone. So when you have those miscues, you cannot afford that. Your margin margin of error is so small when you're playing a team like Dematha, but it's that energy that all 5 players for Dematha are bringing on the defensive side that has really created havoc, and they've sped St. Benedict's up in that way.
And every shot's contested. St. Benedict's.
Yeah, good luck, trying to take that on. I think they only had 1 shot, and it was a layup off of a screen to the left. That was their only uncontested shot that they were able to earn on the defensive end.
As you know, DMV Day here at Dematha. We've had some very good basketball games earlier today. Fairfax Christian at Virginia beat Friendship Tech 63-52. It was St. John's with a 63-56 win over Clinton Grace earlier today. Paul VI, a 4-point ekes one out over Davidson Day by 4, and then Bishop McNamara.